This is Past Force.
In Britain, our politicians, our prime ministers used to be the greatest of the greatest. Even if you didn't agree with their policies, even if you didn't like them, they were usually the best politicians we had. Our politicians used to be statesmen. They were orators, they were charmers. They could charm the birds out of the trees. They were learned, educated men. Take a look at Pitt the Younger and Charles James Fox, two opposing personalities, two completely opposing personalities. But both of them, even though, they were completely different, they were great statesmen. They could deliver a speech. Their arguments in Parliament were legendary. Although some idiot decided not to write them down, so we don't have most of them. Another pair of great rivals, Gladstone, Disraeli, two completely opposing forces, again. Two of the greatest statesmen we've ever had. And again, charming. Both of them. Well, Disraeli was charming, Gladstone described as a bit of a cold fish, but they could both speak. They were fantastic orators. David Lloyd George, there's a picture of him right behind my camera. An absolutely charming man, probably the greatest orator to ever come out of Wales, out of Britain even. Yeah, these politicians weren't perfect. Gladstone used to pick up prostitutes and take them home and give them tea. Lloyd George was a womanizer and financially corrupt. Pitt, the Younger, liked a bit of a drink and he worked too hard. And come to think of it, Pitt the Younger wasn't that charming either. Again, bit of a cold fish. Forget the charm thing, maybe a great statesman doesn't need charm. But you know what I'm saying. There used to be men of personality, men with flaws, men with something about them. But they could command a room, they could lead, they could be a prime minister. They were capable of the job. And what have we got today? Where are our statesmen? Where is the David Lloyd George, the Gladstone, the Pitt the Younger? Where are those leaders, those statesmen? All we've got is an Etonian Wurzel Gummidge with a speech impediment. God help us. God flipping help us. And he isn't even close to being a statesman. I really, really cannot understand the result of the last general election. I can't even begin to understand it. I mean, the only way I've thought about maybe I will understand it is if I attempt to recreate it as an interpretive dance. But that's not going to happen unless I do it as a separate video. I mean, somebody might walk in on me if I start trying that. We need the statesman back. We need, now more than ever, a David Lloyd George, a Pitt the Younger, a Gladstone, a Disraeli, a Robert Peel, a Harold Wilson. Heck, I'd even settle for Margaret Thatcher at the minute. We need a leader.
History! It's a thing of the past!
It's a thing of the past.